everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night free necklace night. We are so glad you're here. I'm going to open the chat box in case you guys have any questions that pop up. My name's Carolyn. I'm not even going to talk first. Here in just a second, I'm going to let Barbara Davis talk. But we're really excited that you're here to learn a little bit more about Park Lane. So I've been with the company for almost 4 years, and Barbara will tell you her story here in a minute, but I think it is the coolest thing that you can do for $100. I mean, you can literally get started with Park Lane for like $129 and get to pick out right now $600 worth of jewelry, have a business, and it can change your life, or it can just be a fun little hobby for a while. It can be really whatever you want. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Barbara. She's going to share for a few minutes what she loves about Park Lane, and then I'll come back and share kind of the nuts and bolts. And we should be done here by, I don't know, within 20, 25 minutes. And then at least one, sometimes 2 or 3 people win a free necklace. So thanks for being on, guys.
Okay. Well, again, welcome, ladies. So glad that you're here tonight. My name's Barbara Davis. And I've been with Park Lane. I started a year after Carolyn, but I became familiar with Park Lane right when Carolyn started selling it, because she was my jewelry lady, had been for many, many, many years at her prior company. And so I was buying jewelry for a year before I ever joined. Okay. And so I joined January of 2022. And if you're wondering, I had absolutely no direct sales experience at all. Never done anything like this before. But I love the jewelry for sure, and was a great customer. I love Park Lane sale. I just loved it. I was kind of addicted to it. And I really joined to help out my sister, Trish. And I really didn't think I'd do it for very long after I got her started. I really didn't think I have time. Why? Because I have a very demanding full-time job. I manage the retirement systems for the city of Kansas City, Missouri. And I'm like, I told Carolyn time and time again, I don't have time. I don't have time. And I really honestly wasn't sure that I would be good at it, although I knew I loved the jewelry. But Carolyn said the team will help. And I will tell you, they do. We have a great team. This smaller team is great. And then we are part of Team Sparkle, which is an even bigger team. And they help suggest events for us, training. They provide awesome training. They provide graphics for us. And all that I have to do is execute. Okay. They give me everything I need, all my tools, and I just do what they tell me works. And here I am. So and I have to go live. I have to put some effort in. I have to show the jewelry, which, there it is. But it's just super fun. And I'll tell you what I didn't think I would find out about Park Lane was it was going to be one of the funnest things in my life. And it truthfully is. And I started at a very hard time for me in life. I had just lost my dad, and I really was very depressed. I was in a bad place. And what Park Lane did for me, it just brought so much joy to me. It honestly did. And it hasn't stopped. It just keeps giving. Why? Because I love sparkly, pretty things. And I love making people happy. I love making people smile. And Park Lane allows me to do all of that. And I love being part of a group of girls that all that they want for all of us is to succeed. We all support each other. We all help each other. We do all kinds of things, anything we can do to help. I mean, I was asking questions today, and anyone just pops out and tells me the answer. It's awesome. And I know from other people that have done direct sales that that's not always the case, but it is here. And the other thing I just love about Park Lane, it allows me to connect with so many women. And my life is enriched, and I hope to enrich their life, because it's, again, I'm just sharing my life and they share theirs. And it just is a great thing. It just makes me happy. Okay. And it gets me out of my little depression, because we all have those spots and it's hard. But like my husband's like, Barbara, I don't care how much time you spend doing this. I think it's the best thing you've ever done because you're not moping around, upset. So anyhow, the thing that's so exciting for me about Park Lane too, is that I'm constantly earning free jewelry, and not just jewelry that, well, Carolyn's going to explain all the programs, but like these things, they drop these little things and I've earned it before it ever dropped. So I have it. I love it. I get pretty things in the mail all the time. I get to show sneak peeks to my VIP members. Also in Park Lane, since I've joined, I haven't been here quite 3 years. I've earned 2 lifetime pay raises that will never go away. I never lose those. I've earned my way into the Mercedes car program recently, which is awesome. So I may very soon be driving a Mercedes, which I would have never in a million years thought I'd be driving a Mercedes. And I even won a trip to Cabo. And Carolyn's going to talk about earning trips. I actually won one. They drew my name out of a hat just because I had $300 in sales one month. And I got drawn. And again, it's one of the things for me that today, almost 3 years later, it still is one of the most fun things in my life. And it brings joy and happiness to me every day. I mean, it's just, I love it. So that's me. Carolyn, yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Okay.
I love every time Barbara shares because she just bubbles over joy, and I love that about her. And Barbara and I, we had known each other for gobs of years before. I'd been her jewelry lady. I was with another jewelry company for 18 years before it closed during the pandemic, and we had done parties together. And she never in a million years would have considered selling that other jewelry brand. And I do believe that God sets you up and orders your steps. And I believe he puts people in your life at the right time. And when she joined to help her sister, and then it turned out to actually be the best thing for her, it's just funny how things work out. So thank you for sharing, Barbara. That was so, so good. So yeah, for those of you that I've not met before, my name's Carolyn. I obviously have been in the direct sales industry for a little over 20 years, and I absolutely love it, but I love Park Lane way better than, I loved my former company. I don't ever want anyone to think that I didn't love it. I really did. I would not have left it. I went down with the ship, even when they were like taking things away, the hostess perks were dwindling, other things. I stayed with them until they closed. And I didn't think there was anything else out there that good. And so I was not going to come to Park Lane. I was going to go into real estate. And then one of my very dear friends who decided not to do this business, she was retiring. She said, Carolyn, I really think you should look at it. They're offering you guys something really great. And because I respected her, I was like, okay, I will look at it, but I'm still going to go sell houses. But then after I heard what you all are about to hear, 3 days later, it was keeping me up at night. I could not stop thinking about it. And when you realize how much jewelry you can get in our kit, that was really what got me. I was like, gosh, for $129 just to try it out, why am I even still thinking about this? So I decided to dip my toe in and try it out. And a few months later, I quit my job because this was just that amazing. Now, you may not want to quit your job. You may love what you do. You may not want to change anything else in your life except for maybe add a little fun like Barbara did. So I just want to tell you kind of a little bit from like A to Z what Park Lane is. So first of all, the people of Park Lane, they've been around since 1955, which I used to think was a bad thing. I used to think if a company has been around for too long, there are too many people out there. But that's not the case. Here in my local area, I do events all the time where people have never seen Park Lane or they haven't seen Park Lane in like 50 years. So we don't really have like saturation. I used to think that a long-term company would be oversaturated, but how many Park Lane reps do you know? I mean, seriously, think about it. Not very many. And if you do, it's probably just because you know a couple that are friends and they're in your circle, but it's not a widely saturated market. They're all about giving back to everyone. They only keep 3%. It's either 2 or 3% of the profit for themselves, for the CEOs. And so you have to consider It was a husband and wife couple that started it in the 50s, and then three of their children, three of like their eight children, purchased it from them in the early 2000s. And those three guys run it, and now their children work in the home office. So it is a completely family owned and operated company. I know the CEO. Like, he messages me on my birthday. I think he's messaged Barbara before. When we go on trips, we sit at the same table with the owners. It is an amazing company. It's not a bunch of stockbrokers and some company that's being traded out there on the stock market. So they're just an amazing company. The product, I mean, hello, it's jewelry. And if it's priced right and women like it, they will buy it. You do not have to be, you don't have to learn the science. You don't have to figure out how it slices and dices and makes julienne fries and will change your life. You're like, oh, shiny, shiny, pretty, pretty. I like it. And the sale, when we get to the sale, I mean, that's really our secret sauce. But our jewelry is all lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, hypoallergenic. It is better jewelry than what I had in my former company. The guarantee covers it no matter what in the first 4 months, even if your dog chews it up. And I always say this in my parties because it actually has happened to me. And women just love our product and they love our guarantee. And it's nice for you when you are going to sell anything. You want it to have a good guarantee. You want it to be backed by a company that is rock solid, and Park Lane is rock solid. So that's a little bit more about the product. We have a really wide variety. So like what I'm wearing tonight's kind of chunky. This is a really high-end designer inspired piece. We have a ton of like dainty, delicate pieces. We have boho looking pieces. We have Western looking pieces. We really have jewelry for all different types of women. And we have all different price ranges. We have $22 jewelry, and we have things that are priced at like $200, like our impression bracelets, but nobody ever has to pay that big price tag because of the sale. So this beautiful bracelet, if you don't know, it looks like it's $188, and we help our customers get it for $35. So we'll talk about that in just a second, because after we talk about the people and the product, I love to share about the programs. And my favorite program is our customer sale. So when you start experiencing Park Lane, whether you're a customer or a hostess or a stylist, you kind of learn that they totally spoil those three different types of people. So if let's say you decide to become a stylist with Park Lane tonight, and you're thinking, how am I going to keep my business going? Well, wait till you hear what they do for your customers. For your customers, they are always going to get to shop a buy two, get four at half price sale. So the two pieces they pay full price for are their least expensive items. They're like the $22, $34 items. And then they can get up to four more expensive items at half price. So like my necklace, this is called Luxe. I think its price tag is $68. Most people get this as one of their half price items for $34. And when they do that buy two, get four at half price, you as the stylist make commission off of all of that. In my previous company, a half price item meant I made $0, but here you make commission off of those half price items. That is huge. But what our customers love the most is with that buy two, get four at half price sale, when they spend $90, they can go back and they can pick one of our most expensive items for only $35. And most of them will pick like an impression bracelet, or like my Denver bracelets that I have on. They would get all four of these for $35. And that makes shopping so much fun. I don't know if you guys are in a place where you can type in the chat, but put an S in the chat. Or if you're on Facebook, put an S if you love shopping a good sale. Because I think it's just like girl code, and it's like in our DNA, we love to get a good deal. And when you can check out in your cart and it says you saved more than you spent, we all feel like $1 million. So you get to do that for your friends. You get to help them with that sale. As customers, they get to shop style drops. That bracelet that Barbara held up just a second ago, it's so funny. I have that same bracelet sitting here. This is a bracelet that we earned in the last couple weeks. It hasn't dropped yet. There's a good chance this might drop tomorrow. And I bet when our customers spend $40, they could get this $200 bracelet for probably 30 or 35 bucks. And those are called style drops. They'll have these like limited edition things. Sometimes it's necklaces, sometimes it's earrings. Sometimes they'll do like a deal of the day ring like this. And with any order, our customers can get this ring for like 10 bucks or 15 bucks. they keep shopping with them, kind of like a video game. It's very fun and exciting. And so your customers are always engaged and you have content to entertain them with. You don't have to constantly be thinking of these sales. So that's how they take care of your customers. Now, oftentimes your customers think this is so much fun. My friends will love this. And then they decide to become a hostess. And when they host an event, it could be on Facebook, it could be on Zoom, it could be at their home, it could be at their office, it could be at a restaurant. And Park Lane is going to give them any expensive item for $35, just as a thank you. They're going to give them 4 half-price items, which when you're the stylist, you make commission off of even your hostess half-price items. I don't know if any of you came here because you're thinking extra money would be nice. You know, I would love to hear what would you guys do with an extra $500 a month? Because oftentimes we make that in like 1, 2, 3 parties a month, or just sharing our jewelry with our friends and family. So if you're just here to earn free jewelry with the business, you can do that. You'll accidentally make money too. But if you actually want to think, what would you do with this money? It really can be substantial. But your hostess gets the expensive item for $35. She gets 4 half-price items and she gets free credit. She gets $20 in free jewelry for every order that's placed. And when she hits 10 orders, it doubles to $40 in free credit per order. So when we help our hostesses get 10 orders, she gets at least $400 in free jewelry, plus her half-price items, plus her expensive item for $35. And then when her friends book a party from her, she gets another expensive item. We call it a thank you item. She gets another expensive item at their party for only $35. So that is what helps keep your business moving forward, because she's like, you should have a party. I'll come shop. You should have a party. And then sometimes women just want to be a customer. Sometimes they want to be a customer and then they become a hostess. But then oftentimes they start thinking, this is what happened to me 20 years ago with my other company. I was like, my sister is going to make money off of my friends and help them get free stuff when I could make money and help them get free stuff. So when you decide to become a stylist with Park Lane, whether you do it for the fun, the free jewelry, the people, the friends, or the money, you have access to an amazing fundraiser program. I just closed a fundraiser that I did for my mother-in-law for her church. You can do fundraisers for any 501c3 organization. I just went to her ladies meeting at her church last Monday night. I showed my jewelry. We sold $800 worth of jewelry. Park Lane's going to give them $400 and they're going to pay me my commission out of the other 400. So you can do give backs for nonprofits. You can earn not 1, but 2 luxury travel trips every year. Yep, Barbara talked about, she won a Cabo drawing. She's actually really close to earning a trip to Zurich, though. Right now, we're working on earning a trip to Zurich. We just got back from Ireland. We're going to St. Thomas in the spring. They let us earn 2 travel trips a year. You can earn over $1,100 in free jewelry every month. So all this jewelry that you see in here, some of it I purchased, but the majority of it I earned for free because they let us earn free jewelry every month just based off of our sales. And if we have people join our team, plus you can be your own hostess as many times as you want. So you can earn free jewelry all the time. And that's why we're able to be so generous with these free necklace calls and other events, because Park Lane is so generous with us. And Barbara already said it. They do have a Mercedes car program. You can earn your place where they will pay you. If you don't want to drive a Mercedes, they'll give you $500 in cash every month. Or if you choose to drive a white Mercedes, they will give you a $700 bonus. So you could either lease a Mercedes or you can even purchase a Mercedes as long as it's not more than 2 years old. And once it's paid off, you keep the car. So they're so generous. So let's talk about how you make money. Should you decide to give this a try? And let me just tell you, this is the best time of year to try it out because October, November, December, women are Christmas shopping and people are loving getting together again. The weather is changing. We're changing our wardrobes from, summer to fall. So it is a great time to try it out. You earn at least 30% commission off of your full and half price items that you sell. You can actually work your way up to where you're earning 50% commission, just depending on where you are as far as promotions. Barbara said she has earned 2 lifetime pay raises. She promoted from a fashion director to a branch director, which got her a 5% pay raise. And then she promoted to an area leader, which got her another 5% pay raise. So she earns 40% and she will never lose that. She doesn't have to reacquire that. She doesn't have a quota. I love that this business is just fun. It is incentive based, and when you do events and you sell jewelry, you can win free stuff and get promotions and cars and trips. If you don't do those things, nobody takes anything away from you. You just won't earn the extra stuff. But she will always have her 40%. You can actually work your way up to where you're earning 50% and you never go backwards. So I love, love, love that. When you join Park Lane, you have a website that is free and clear for an entire year. You don't pay any monthly fees. In a year, if you choose to continue, you would just pay $129 to renew your website. That is it. We have no fees in between and we have no quotas. Plus, that website covers all of your credit card processing. So when people order from you, you don't have to pay Square, you don't have to pay Venmo, you don't have to pay PayPal or ProPay or any of those other third-party apps, because Park Lane processes the credit cards for us and we make our full 30, 35, 40, 45, or 50%. We do not pay any of those extra fees. So you really can try this out with pretty much no risk. So let me think. I think I said all of the things. I have these notes and I almost never look down at them. The only thing I haven't told you about yet are our kit options. I told you at the very beginning that you can start this business for $129, and you can. And you get to pick out normally $500 worth of jewelry, but through next Wednesday, you get an extra $100. So you get to pick out $600 worth of jewelry for $129. So if you decide to sign up tonight, you could get your friend's shopping link. You could do it on her website, or you could just go to parklanejewelry.com, click join our team, enter her name, and boom, you would be there. And you have a week to pick out the jewelry that you want to get. You just have to choose the size of kit that you want when you sign up. And then you have a week to spend your kit, like gift certificate. So that's our small kit. Our medium size kit is our business kit. It's another $100. It's $229. And with that, you get to pick out $1,100 worth of jewelry. Or our big kit is the boss kit. And it is, I think, $439. And you get to pick out normally $2,000, but right now $2,100 worth of jewelry. You can, if money is your issue, just do the 129 kit, because whoever invited you tonight, she or her leader are going to do a launch party for you where you earn all the free jewelry, and we're going to help you earn Rich Rewards Club where you earn more free jewelry. So you can start with $600 worth of jewelry for a little over $100 and then build your collection as you go. And that is the beautiful thing about being on this team, is because we do all of those graphics for you. We make videos for you. So even if you don't own all the pieces, you can share the content that we make, and virtually nobody ever knows if you own those pieces or not. You would have all of that content to use. So I hope this has been helpful. Does anybody have questions for me? Barbara is going to post a survey in the chat. Unless you don't have it on your clipboard, Barbara, I can post it in the chat. You guys are going to want to fill out this Google Doc survey. That will get you into our main free necklace drawing for our team. If you're in any other messenger chats or whatever, make sure you post pictures in there if there's anything else whoever invited you told you to do. Does anybody have any questions for me? Here in a second, you know what? Actually, I need to say the code word. The code word we're going to say is 100, because when you fill out this Google Doc survey, it's going to ask you for a keyword just to prove that you are really here. So you can just type 100. That's the keyword. And Barbara put the Google Doc survey in the chat. I am going to stop this